Hello, I'm Benny Westside, and welcome to the crash course for Carnage. Today, we're gonna take a look at Carnage's abilities, T4 upgrades, gear, leveling, ISO choices. I'm gonna tell you what I did. I guess you're seeing what I did, and then why I did what I did, and then at the end, we're gonna do a quick recap. And I'm hoping this video will help you make more informed decisions on the HiveMind team. And yeah, let's get into it. Let's take a look at the abilities. I like starting with the passive, Frenzied Fury. When an enemy drops below 25% health, so red when it goes from yellow to red, he's going to fill speed bar for self and all symbiote allies and heal self. On kill, he's going to apply vulnerable to the enemy with the lowest resistance that does not have vulnerable. This is an interesting thing. And then on his T4 upgrade, the speed bar goes from 20 to 30% for the whole team. And then also, whenever any enemy has taunt, he gains 50% crit damage. In my opinion, this is probably the most crucial T4 upgrade for this entire team. This speed bar mechanic is the engine of the whole team. You want to maximize it. This is definitely a go. This on kill apply vulnerable to the enemy with the lowest resistance is pretty interesting. It helps have more vulnerables on the field, so sure. And then whenever any enemy has taunt, gain crit damage, also interesting. I don't know. It's like these are both very niche and like first time ever we're seeing such callouts, and they both got added in the rework. I don't know. I like it. I like the vulnerable thing. I've been seeing it in use in raids, and it's actually nice. All right. His ultimate, Absolute Carnage. If the primary target is above 50% health, apply Disrupted and Bleed, 2 of each. And then attack primary for 500% piercing plus apply 2 bleed for 2 turns. This is undodgeable. The T4 upgrade adds in if the primary target is below 50% health, he applies offense down, defense down, slow for 2 turns, and then gains offense up, defense up, and speed up for 2 turns. This is a very good upgrade. It also increases the value of his bleeds. But it's not essential, and it's a pretty, what I would call a selfish upgrade, because it only helps himself. So, I haven't done it. You can do it. You would get value out of it, but if you skip it, that's also fine. It's not necessarily something you have to worry about. Alright, Slaughter, his special, this comes on turn 2. Well, I guess with Void Net, this is also available on turn 1. But, alright. Attack primary for damage plus additional damage per negative effect. Clear all debuffs. So he's basically cashing in the debuffs. Attack all adjacent targets. In raids, he doesn't clear the debuffs, but he still does the additional damage. And then he attacks the adjacents for more damage. And then the T4 upgrade just increases the damage amount. I think this is a good upgrade. Because it's a multi-hit. It's a big multiplier on that upgrade. It's nice value, but again, not important for the functionality of the team or the character. So easily skippable in my opinion. But yeah, as I said, good value. Alright, basic is cleave, attack primary for damage. If the primary has negative effects, chain to 1 to 2 adjacent targets and spread 2 negative effects from primary to secondary. This will not spread stun, counterattack breaks this chain. The T4 upgrade only increases 50% damage to primary and secondary. I think this is easily skippable. It's not worth upgrading at all. It's not a lot of damage. You're not even guaranteed to chain targets, so yeah, just don't bother with it. I wish the upgrade said chain to two adjacents. Upgrade it from one to two to guaranteed two, but it's not good. So I would not spend resources on this. All right. Talking about his gear and leveling, he is mostly there for the passive. Um, it's very important, but that's like 95% of why he's there. So you need him to survive, and that's kind of about it. Uh, Gear 16, level 85, 90. That should be good in the current raid. Especially with Red Goblin bringing in a revive. You should be okay. But if you're feeling that's not enough, for how you're playing or what raid you're doing, you might want to increase it. As you can see, I took him to level 90, gear 17, which isn't much more than what I just recommended. The diamond I got from an event. Yeah, I don't know that I'll take him to gear 18 or 95. I think he's good where he's at. I'm very excited for this team in the next season. But even there, I don't think we're going to gain anything from stats on Carnage. And then ISO-wise, I recommend Raider personally. I can see a case for Skirmisher being there to clear buffs, but I think Raider is fine, especially with increased crit chance from Venom, increased crit damage on his passive. His special is a multi-hit. His basic most of the time is a multi-hit. I think Raider is good. I can understand Skirmisher, but right now I've been running him as Raider and it's been fine. I think Raider gains more value the bigger he gets, because like the higher damage stat, the more that crit matters. But beyond that, like if you want somebody to be clearing buffs, I haven't really had a problem with that between Void Knight Ultimate and Venom Basic. I believe Red Goblin also has a clear, so I think it's okay. Yeah, that's about it for recommendations. As I told you, I think the passive is the most important T-Force, so I've had that since forever, and then I haven't put anything into the other ones because personally for me, I don't think they're worth it when I'm this low on T4s. And Raider has been working well for me. It puts out vulnerables for Gwenem and Venom to make use of, so that's been good. And then level 90 gear 17 is plenty for the Incursion Raid 2. If I see that in the Crucible season, I want more out of him, whether it's damage or he's just dying, so I want him to be more survivable, I will probably try and take him to 95, 18, but right now I think this is a good station for him. Alright, and then let's do a quick recap. Passive, must. The other abilities, special and ultimate, are good value but not needed. Basic is an easy skip. Gear wise, I'm recommending 16, 17, level wise 85, 90. Up to you, comfort level, and like how much gear, how many alien spores you have. So that's a little dependent on you. And then ISO wise, I'm going to recommend Raider. Thank you for going over the crash course with me. I hope you check out the crash course infographic for Carnage. I will link it in the description. I've also put out Venom's graphic and video yesterday. I updated Gwenem and Silver Surfer Void Knight's graphics. I have also posted those, so I hope you check those out. Thank you for going over this with me. I hope to see you in the next